You know what's a really good way to sell a bunch of copies of your video game that's about to release in a couple months? Not include the guide that everybody played in your video game. Create some controversy, stir the pot a little bit. And I think that's exactly what Activision, Tony Hawk, maybe not Tony, like directly, anybody involved in it. It's a business. They know what they were doing. I think personally, Bam was going to be in the game from day one. The moment they started developing it, there was a reason why he wasn't teased during the little trailer that we got a few weeks ago. Now, whether he's in the game at launch or some kind of DLC, it's not going to matter. A lot of people are going to buy the game. But it's very strategic, and now we got like all these headlines. Tony Hawk went to Activision, standing on business, and said, you got to put him in the game. He deserves to be in the game. I think this is just like the same people that kind of drug the crash out that Bam went through the past like 5 years or however many, 10 years, however long it's been. It are the same people creating this like false controversy as if like he wasn't going to be included in the game. Like there's like, I don't know. It's just like it's a business tactic from like a weird point of view. That's like the life we live in. Like that's how they get to promote things is through controversy and like what's the content now that like purposely makes people mad, like kind of things like that. It gets people talking about your game. I doubt there was a bunch of people that actually knew this game was going to be a thing unless, like your algorithm kind of points towards that type of deal. My homie, I had to tell him like a couple days ago, like, yeah, there's a new Tony Hawk 3 and 4 like remake or whatever, the same way they did the first two. And he had no idea. And then I showed him the trailer. He was like, oh, that's cool, and blah, blah, blah. And then it sparked a conversation. So there's people out there that don't know about this game. And when all these headlines start coming out like, oh, one important player is not going to be featured in the game, that literally was like the main person that like nobody actually chose Tony Hawk or like a lot of other characters. I don't know. For myself, I picked Bam, Chad Muska, and then like the occasional characters that you could unlock with like cheat codes or beating the game and stuff. And all of this was like pre-YouTube and looking things up actively on the internet. There wasn't just like asking your computer questions to the information that you needed like very early on. So we relied on like magazines and shit. Not trying to date myself or anything like that, but if we get them at DLC, it'll be like 3 months after launch or something like that, just to keep like the retention high. And that kind of makes the most sense. Like as far as every other game that comes out now, it's like, oh, well, they give you the absolute bare minimum at launch. And they're like, well, 3 months from now, we got big things planned for you. And it's awful. Remember when you would buy a game like just like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it would be the game ready to go, most likely on a disc, unless you're, the PC player guy, whatever. But it would be everything and then some. If you pre-ordered it and got the physical copy and stuff, there would be a little card or something on the inside that you got like for like 3 months extra on Xbox Live, or there was already downloadable content because you bought the game physically from like a certain retailer. So now all of a sudden, Bam's going to be in the game. Tony Hawk was like, yeah, get it done. And they were like, okay, he's going to be in the game last minute. This game's scheduled to launch in July. It is currently March 25th. So you got like less than 2 months. Like this is going to be printed on physical media. So that means like, is this going to be a Tony Hawk 5 disaster where the moment you put in the disc or download it, there's going to be an extra 45 gigs on top of that? Like basically, if you buy the physical media, if you remember this, if you bought Tony Hawk 5, it was like 8 gigs worth of data actually on the disc. And then when you connected to the internet or whatever and you started to play the game, like an additional 28 gigs downloaded on top of that. The game shipped not ready. And I really hope that's not going to be another case for this. Like, I'm just going to download it directly, like off the PlayStation Store or whatever. I don't think I'm going to go out and buy it. I might just for the case, because they did alternate, like you could flip the the cover, like the inside cover, the other way, and it would be like a, you know, PlayStation likes doing that. And it's cool. Doom did the same thing. But anyway, getting off subject, it's a business standpoint. Nobody should be up in arms whether he was going to be in the game and not be in the game. People were going to buy it regardless, myself included. If Bam was in the game or not, I was still going to buy the game because of everything else the game offers, not just because of the one guy. But again, kind of to circle back, everybody played as the guy that they initially announced wasn't going to be in the game just based on him not being included in the trailer. So now all of a sudden he's in the game, he's not in the game, I don't know. Regardless, it just got millions of more people and eyes on the entire subject, and now they're going to sell more of the game. It would be really, really funny if he's just not in the game and they got their sales because of just the one guy. The irony. The irony. But anyway, let me know if you're going to buy the new Tony Hawk remake, remaster, 3+4. It's probably what it's going to be, like 3 and 4. 3+4. Tony Hawk 7. Which would this be if you were to count chronologically as far as pro skaters go? So you got up to 4, and then there was 5. I guess it would be 7. Coincidence? I think not. All right. Well, we'll see you later, I guess. If you liked it, then tell me, or, up or down. Doesn't matter. Comment. Tell me you hate me. Do what you got to do. See you guys on the next one. Bye.